What's up, my nuggets? MisterFantasmo here, coming at you with an actual flawless game. That's right, we don't die at all during this gameplay. We are using, I'm sorry that you're going to have to look at this, just immeasurably outstyled Nomad here. The orange clashes with the gun camo so bad that I just don't even want to begin to speak of it, but that's besides the point, because hopefully you won't be able to see it much. Maybe you can see his hands. Actually, you can see his arm. It's just I was trying out intimidation factors at this point. I just really didn't know what I needed to do to get the job done, to get the flawless victory in my grasps. Yeah, just ignore that guy. I know it was really scary just there for a second, and you thought that maybe he was going to come and ruin the flawless, just like the guy that hides in this stairway right here. But don't worry, because nothing could really stop us during this match. And I say nothing could stop us because I felt like the best way to go about a flawless free-for-all was to not go it alone. So as you can see, I am using the Nomad. I do have my compatriot Juno with me, and she will come out at some point and start to get some kills for me as well. As well as if you look over there on the right side, and this was kind of weird because I saw him, but I also saw the guy around the corner. Luckily I was able to just sidestep that guy very easily. This one was a little scarier though with the Prophet, and I don't always get those kills on those guys. So these guys had my heart pounding, my blood racing just a little bit in the beginning of the match. So now you'll see me just casually take several laps around the outside of the map because I'm like, all right, I have 10 kills. I just got to get to my strike team, which is my other teammates. And this guy, Mr. Cheetos, as I like to call the guys that are just, it seems like they knew what they were getting into, like they wanted to play some Call of Duty, they queued up for a lobby, but maybe they were just eating Cheetos during the lobby time because, you know, you got like 30 seconds of lobby time there, you got some free time to stick your grubby fingers into a Cheetos bag, and then the match starts. What are you doing now? Because now you got cheesy poof dust all over your hands, and you really can't. I mean, it's 2 minutes into the match right now. There he is again, still just trying to. Oh, I gotta get him. He's like doesn't want to wipe him on his pants, but he doesn't know what to do with it. That's just what I envision those guys when I see them, just still not spawned in, or spawned in, but just not really playing. It is interesting how the game kind of spawns you in automatically. There are some new things and some old things in this Call of Duty, that's for sure. A lot of old things, but some new things and some things that they're continuing to do in this Call of Duty. And right here, I call in my strike team. I'm like, all right, I have my strike team. I'm just going to wait for them to get here, and then I'm going to team up with them. So right now I'm trying to look busy while just not engaging anybody because I was so scared. I wanted to get this flawless so badly, but I do end up meeting up with them in very shortly, but I won't spoil all the gameplay for you. I was talking about though what Call of Duty is doing right, and these updates that they're doing to the game. Like they just released a like gladiator pack or something. See, I was so happy to see these guys. I was greeting them and everything, assuming that they'd just respond or be my friend. I really just don't have any friends online, so this is what I'm forced. These are the people I'm forced to play with, just bots. Like, hey, yay, it's a team deathmatch ish now, right? Anyways, they're adding this like gladiator operations bundle, which just gives you some skins and whatnot. It's not anything crazy. I think it also gives a new pistol though, which they have been introducing new guns. The SWAT was my love that never was, really. I was so excited for that gun, and then it just didn't quite pan out. But they've also done some. They've also made some interesting choices as far as like quality of life goes in the game. Like they recently added a button, at least on consoles, I don't know if it's on PC, where when you prestige, you can get rid of all of the new tags. And right here, this was really scary because my strike team left and they just up and aborted the mission right when I thought we were getting into the heat of battle. Almost got taken out there. But yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar. I'm sure if you play on console, you probably are familiar. But just the skins and the war paints and all that, it can just get a little overwhelming. And they added a button which just made it extremely convenient. And I just And then it wasn't a flawless game. I didn't even know what to do with myself at this point. I started just eating Cheetos. I was just a mess. 3 kills away. 3 kills away. All right, let's just wrap up this game here, and I'll continue to tell you guys the story of what I believe went on here in the Call of Duty world, and I'm gonna have to call you out, Call of Duty. I'm saying, I'm giving you, it's like my old boss. He used to, if he had bad news to tell us, he would basically sandwich it in between 2 compliments. So you got to do compliment, and then you got to slap them with the slight, and then you got to put another compliment in there at the end. So I'll try to come up with another compliment at the end. But here's my theory here, and this is what I think has happened with that whole realization that everybody over at Activision had with the whole, oh man, people get really annoyed when there's just like this little green signifier on the side in your menus, and when they, like, people get annoyed when they have new things that they have yet to check, and they don't want to check them. Does that make sense? Something like that. Like there was a clear uproar, and it wasn't just from me. I mean, I've heard many people on stream while I've been streaming kind of talk about that, like, oh yeah, I hate that. I hate having to go through each individual skin and click and check it off. And I think it all sort of stemmed from just having that little green icon next to the menu button or whatever it is that's like telling you that you have new things, but they're not really new, and they're not really things that you want to check out. So I think that Activision, or whoever is pulling the strings over there, they sort of realized this. They're like, all right, people really don't like when there's this little thing that like this notifier that they can't get away from. So we'll take it away from them in this way. But then I logged into my game yesterday, and what do I see? Yeah, that's right. There's now a little, I didn't even know what this thing was at first. It's like a little caution sign. It looks like my player's nuclear radiator core is about to explode or something like that. I didn't know if it was because of this emblem that I tried to build, if it was just like under review or whatever. I didn't know what that meant for the longest time, and then I read a little closer and looked a little closer, and I saw that it was actually because now they've rotated the DLC maps into the standard rotation of maps, and that is just letting me know that I might not be able to get into as many lobbies as before because I don't have the DLC maps. And this is now the new little green mark next to the menu button for me. So what they've done is they've taken the ability to get rid of the little green button basically now, in putting this caution symbol here. And so I'm now enticed into buying the map packs. I've been thinking about it actually. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should just get the season pass now. I mean, I'll get the new maps, I'll get zombies. More importantly, I'll get rid of that yellow caution symbol next to my name. But then I also was like, I was playing against some guy who also apparently didn't have the map packs because we were playing together last night, and he had the new skin for the Vapor that just came out, and I believe, as I was watching his best play of the game, he had the best play of the game, and when he was aiming down his sights, the Vapor's iron sights were completely different than any Vapor iron sights I had ever seen, which, if you've played with the Vapor before, you might know that the iron sights aren't that great. They actually kind of impede your view, and basically it put the iron sights all like down further on the gun, so they're smaller. I tried to replicate this myself without the skin by like putting several different attachments on it or whatnot, and it still might just be an illusion as far as I'm concerned, but it would just be odd to sort of sell something that's not just cosmetically, it's not just a cosmetic improvement at that point, because if it changes the reticle, if it changes the iron sights of the gun and makes it easier to see everybody, then it's going past aesthetic, right? I think so. I don't know. But anyways, Call of Duty, I mean, I'm gonna keep playing your game, and I'm probably gonna buy your stinking season pass, mostly just because I play this game so much for you guys that I feel like maybe I should, just to be able to bring you guys as much content, like the amount of content would potentially open up. I don't know. I could do more zombies. What am I saying? Really, I just want to get rid of that little yellow mark next to my name. I don't know what I'm gonna do. If you guys have purchased the map packs or the season pass, I guess it's only been like 2 maps that they've released, so nothing too crazy or too exciting. But yeah, that was my little observation there. I am very excited that they allowed me to get rid of all of my new buttons next to all of my unlockable things that I'm getting in the reserves now, because we're way past level 100 for this season. But there's like 20 some days left, and they just released that new gladiator pack, so I'll be playing that. I'll be playing some more Call of Duty to try to unlock all of that, probably when this video is just uploaded, and also pretty much every other day of the week. We are currently in the process of changing places right now, so we're kind of moving, and with the internet, getting the internet hooked up over at the new place and everything running, there might be a couple of days downtime or some weird odd hours, but for the most part we're going to make it work. So if you want to come over to Twitch and check it out, be my guest, but if not, I hope you enjoyed this flawless-ish almost gameplay. We'll get it one day, we'll get it sometime, but thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.